Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. Last time out, I took a journey from Danbury up to a place that I believe is pronounced Livieska. I think Livieska. I'm not entirely certain. I'm not Finnish. So there we go. I do apologise to anybody from Finland or any Nordic country that does know how that is pronounced, and if I've butchered it, I do apologise. But there we go. I really do try to pronounce things with the inflections that should be used for the country. If I do not know the direct English, so for example, Milan. I do call it Milan and Rome, for example. I suppose perhaps I could call Paris. Is it Paris? Something like that, I think. So maybe I do that. Not entirely certain. Anyway, that is a bit of a digression. So I did that, and then at the end of the last video, I did say that I was going to do a quick travel over to Helsinki, and then take a journey up to, right, where exactly am I going? Fauske. I believe that is pronounced Fauske. So that is what I'm going to be doing. This is going to be a two-part video, or two-part job. So the first part, well, I'll just see how far we get. I might be able to get up to the Swedish border, which is just there, and it looks like I'm going to be just skirting the Swedish-Finnish border before heading into the fjords of Norway. Not entirely certain, but that is what the plan is. So after the intro, I will have... Actually, I should probably find out where this is in Helsinki, because I'm going to have jumped over to probably that. So I need to figure out where... there we go. So I'm going to be running along this road up to here. I'm just also going to see if there is a filling station. There is a filling station, so I will top up the diesel for the journey, grab the job, and then head straight up along entirely new roads for most of the way. Yes, there are going to be just this short area here that is going to be existing road, but then it is going to be new roads all the way along, which should be quite interesting. And then we're just dropping things off over here at the co-op, which is fine. 21 tons of beef. I mean, everybody needs to eat, right? So there we go. Make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started. Let me jump over. In fact, let me start the jump over right now over to Helsinki. So yes, let's get started, and stay tuned for two videos where I have no plan on what I'm going to be talking about. No plan whatsoever. So we'll just see. I'm just going to drive and see what comes along on the drive. It is a shame that you cannot put podcasts or music or anything like that on whilst driving, because they might get copyright claimed. So there is that. Anyway, let's get started. 498 to Helsinki. That works for me. All right, let's get ourselves underway. I may not actually be where I thought I was going to be. I'm not entirely certain. How do I get out of this place here? I'm at an Iveco dealership. Actually, what I should do is select the job. That would be a really good idea. If I select the job that I want, I'd know where I need to go. Yes, but I'm not where I thought I would be. So that is slightly concerning. There we go. Now I'm going to look on the world map to figure out exactly where I am. I'm there, so I need to go. Okay, well, I'm going to be passing by the filling station anyway, so that's fine. Good. Just wanted to make sure of that, because, yes, I have a reasonable amount of fuel, but just topping up a little bit would be better. Okay, hopefully everybody is having a great... what day is this coming out on? Friday? This should be coming out on a Friday. So hopefully everybody is having a great Friday. I think we're just going to go over the motorway. Euro Truck Simulator 2. As I mentioned in the last video, just the longevity of this title is quite something. It really is. Right, so just going to, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, it's going to turn in here to fill up some fuel. There we go, and I think, is it directly in here? Yes, it is. Good. There we are. Excellent. Engine off. Handbrake on. And top up the fuel. I need to assign a button to fill up fuel instead of me leaning over to my keyboard. Not that it is really that much of a problem, but just in terms of looking over, it'd be nice if I could just press a different button. So what I've actually done is I've connected up all of my peripherals are generally always connected. So whether that is for Flight Simulator or driving. In fact, no, I say that my driving sim stuff is not connected. More often than not, it is not connected. It because the sim rig sort of gets in the way. So I do not have that connected, but my flight sim stuff is connected. Right, where am I going here? This way. Looks clear. So because my flight sim stuff is permanently connected, I can use it for additional controls. Now, if I could put the flight sim stuff away, I possibly would, but really I have nowhere else to put it. And yes, the Honeycomb Bravo does get in the way a little, but the flight stick does not. So I use some buttons on the flight stick for handbrake and windows, and I use some buttons on the Honeycomb Bravo for engine. And I should probably assign the controls for the air suspension. I should probably do that as well on here. It would mean that I do not have to lean over so much. Also, I looked back on the accident that I had a couple of weeks ago in this, episode 187, I think. So what I think happened is that there was a car in the far lane, and as I was joining the motorway, these markings, these X markings, they turned white like that, and the car's lights were effectively the same colour as those markings. I have no idea where I'm going. I think I'm turning in here. And so it was in it was in the end lane and came across. Oh, apparently not. And came across, but I did not see it because of the other markings. And I think that is what's happened. So how do I get to my destination here to pick up my job? Also, because of when I'm recording this, I will not have read any comments over the past this video obviously will not have read comments, but the previous video and the video before. So I have not read any comments. So if you have told me anything, especially in relation to purchasing a new truck, a new cab, I would not have read them just yet. Now the time is... What time is it? I'm going to overtake this even though it isn't the smartest of ideas. Let's turn in here. That worked. Dangerous, but it worked. What time is it? I'm trying to find the time on this. Where does it state the time? Do I have to press... Nope, that's my horn. Whoops. Oh, I've just woken everybody up. I do apologise. Time. How do I do that? Not that. Ah, there we go. That might tell me. No. Okay, well, fine. Round the roundabout I go, straight into my pickup spot. I have to learn about the body roll on these, because I think that I tend to be a little bit more perhaps hesitant or a little bit more conservative on going around roundabouts with trucks. Right. Beef, 21 tons of it. What could we take? What does this mean? What is this? Is this... It has a flower on it, so I have to try and figure out exactly what it is. Let's see. I'm going to look this up. Is it actually a hauling company or what? I have no idea. I absolutely have no idea. Tomatoes. Oh, here we go. It's a company that specializes in preserved food, particularly in the tomato sector. I don't think that's what I'm doing. I don't think that's what I'm doing at all. So maybe not that. DHL, temperature control distribution. Now that could be... That seems like a good one to take. Yes, that is what I am going to do. But also, I'm also just, before I take this job, have a look at the logos for co-op on both jobs. It's a bit weird, because one is a lot more squished than the other, and then the top one also has like a shadow at the bottom, as if it was some sort of 3D logo. But there we go. Anyway, let's go ahead and take the job. Where is it? It's over there. See, I thought it was that one, but there we have it. This looks like I should be able to just reverse straight into it without lowering the suspension, so I'm going to see. Oh dear. There we go. I need to readjust my head tracking, that's for sure. Did that not work? I think it worked. Is that actually hooked up? I think it might be. No. No, it isn't. What have I done? Why is that not hooked up? Oh, I think it does need a lowered suspension then. I don't understand what's happened here. Because that looks like it should just work. There we go. That was okay. Yes, I think it was something to do with the suspension. Right, off we I suppose off we trot. 21 tons. I'm really silly. It literally has the time right there, 3:56 in the morning. I'm going to see if I can get a decent screenshot here. There we go. Ooh, with some stars. No, maybe without the stars. Okay. That looks reasonable. Bring that focusing plane right the way back. Not quite. That will do. That will do reasonably well. First, I think that's the first temperature control distribution DHL truck I've taken. So there we go. Let's get underway. Let's put this up as well. Should we leave it a little open? I think we'll leave it just a little bit open. Just so that we get some engine noise. Just gives a little bit more ambience? Sure, I'll call it that. And what I'm really going to focus on today is I'm going to try and drive the lorry a lot more smoothly than I normally do. And I say that as I immediately start pushing the lorry a little bit more. What I'm trying to do is just float through the gears a little bit more gently, and hopefully, and just hope that works. Traffic is starting to build up. But I have no idea who's going where, because they indicate so late. Now, as I said, I am going to stay in this outside lane because I just do not understand how the roundabouts seem to work in ETS2. So I'm going to stay all the way in this outside lane. until, or for most of the roundabouts, unless I see a roundabout that appears to work the way I think roundabouts are supposed to work. That was a good gear shift. Excellent. So, off we go. In the middle of, well, I say middle of the night, early hours of the morning, 4 a.m. It's early hours of the morning. I'm sometimes out on the road at this time of day. People go to work at this time of day, which is probably what is happening here. Tell you what though, when you've got street lamps like this, you cannot see the sky the way you can in ETS2. That's much is for certain. Alright, am I going to have to slow down a little bit? I think so. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how much speed I can take around some of these corners. And that might have been just a little bit too much. But still, have not crashed yet. I say this as if, you know, it isn't going to happen. Last time I said that, it happened almost immediately. It's one of those illegal lights, at least in the UK. What I'll do is I'll just sit around 60. Yes, I'll sit around 60. I still have no idea why the double trailers have disappearing wheels. Why have you done that? There must be some more improvements that can be had to the AI. Surely. That wasn't terrible, and the mod that I have added does make it a lot nicer, but still. I will just sit at this rate. So what does this say for us? I could actually switch on cruise control at this point, but I'm not going to. I don't use it in real life, so I'm not going to use it here. Plenty of fuel, average speed 40 miles per hour. How do I reset all of that information? Odometer 7,000 miles. That's not bad. There's the cruise control. In fact, I'm just curious, if I do switch on cruise control here, what happens? It doesn't seem to show anything different. No, it does not appear to show anything different. But I'm going to go ahead and overtake some of these, just because of the weird braking that happens. Thank you. Probably wasn't letting me go, but that's fine. That top name I think I recognise from a rally stage. Yes, I think I do recognise that from a rally stage. The top place name on the signpost, the overhead board. Right, go back through that and back to the fuel, I suppose. We should have enough fuel to last the entire journey over some bridge. That's a large bridge. Oh, I'm going to have to peel off here in a minute. I've spotted the gap that I want to take. The dangers of driving like a lunatic are quite pronounced. Never do that in real life. Not in a lorry anyway. There are opportunities to do that in a car if you are careful, and certainly not with a gap quite that tiny. Right, I think I am now on country roads. Jarvis, no, that is not the place I thought it was. At least I think it wasn't the place that I thought it was, which is really weird because you think it's not something that you think it is, but it isn't. But never mind, I'm going to shut up now. Well, no, I cannot shut up, I'm supposed to talk. It's the whole point of the video. My microphone is too close to my face. Way too close to my face. Right, can I overtake this lorry in the time that I'm given? I might just about be able to. No. This is not a car. That was not possible. Oh, this is a nice area. This is a very nice area. Just a cutting through some rocks, through a hill. Oh, filling station, so I didn't need to worry so much. Do not blame the lorry for slowing down there as the car pulled out. I have actually seen some lorry drivers, very, very poor drivers. Right on the tail of another lorry slipstreaming, or on the tail of a car, trying to get the car to move out of the way. So you do know the car is doing the speed limit, right? And you are very, very clearly not. But there we go. It happens. I think I might get rid of that holocron in the next updates, and the lightsaber. The lightsaber isn't going to help me if somebody tries to rob me. So I'm not going to be able to whack. Well, I suppose you could whack someone with it. It's probably made of metal. It is made of metal. It'd be hard enough to whack someone with it, but not really do all too much damage, I suppose. Interesting. It's quite a narrow road. That lorry in front must be quite heavy. Because hello. I can do this time. This time I can do this, as I just saw an aircraft. Goodbye. Ooh, lovely lovely little paint on the side. Just about managed. That was quite tough, actually. Roundabouts. Why am I indicating it's just going straight across the roundabouts? Nobody's around. Another filling station. Right, and another roundabout. Where exactly am I? Wherever it is, it's quite busy. As the sun comes up. Which is what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a journey where we'd go into the sun, would go into the day, go through the sunrise. Oh look, there's a sign for Tampere again. Because obviously I was all the way down in Helsinki. And then be able to possibly drive through an entire day. That's the plan. Still new road. Why am I indicating? No idea. Cannot hear the aircraft that keep going overhead. Traffic is really building up as it is almost 8 in the morning. So that does make sense. Straight over here. This is really quite nice. And as I've mentioned before, ECS2 now does very realistically handle lighting changes. It just does works really well. Right, and now we're stuck behind a lorry. 2 lorries, in fact. I want to overtake them. But there is no safe spot to overtake. Alright. Well, we'll just sit. We'll just sit behind this one. Eventually something will open. Actually it won't. This is one of those country roads. So it probably will not. I'm stuck behind this for quite some time. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Unless they turn off at a roundabout or something. Just move over as far over to the side as possible for the roadworks. To let the traffic in the opposite direction actually pass. I've seen an opportunity possibly for a screenshot. Yep, there it is. Not the greatest. Hang on. That doesn't look too bad. Some water, sun rising, bit of mist. Yep, that works quite well. Touch of roll. Bring the focusing right back. There we are. Not too blurry. There we go. And try not to lose control of the vehicle. I'm still considering, at the point of recording this, I'm still considering what PC to buy. Just not sure at all. And the reason for that is just expenses. Things are really expensive. Right. Any overtaking opportunity? There is none. Although any one of these might be turning off. They are not. Am I? I am not. Oh look, Amazon Prime. Some more water. Over a bridge we go. This is nice. Just gently over a bridge. Very nice. I think I'll keep some distance. I think I saw an indicator, did I? No, it wasn't an indicator, it was brake lights. Oh, because we've come into Vitasari. This is a very nice place. How did I take a screenshot? What did I press? I have no idea what I pressed there, but this is quite a nice place. So I'm going to be taking a few screenshots here. It has been a long time since I've done this, so you're going to have to perhaps bear with me. It isn't often I do this, but these are all really nice new roads. Right, off we go. I keep hitting my microphone. I need to get an L-shaped connector for this. I think that is what I need to keep the cable out of the way. Right, one truck is turning away. Unfortunately, there's another one wanting to... Oh no, wait, I can get past both of these. Thank you. There we go. Just get past both of them so that I only have to deal with this Coca-Cola one in front of me. Which is at least moving. The other one was a little slower, perhaps heavier. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I much prefer ETS2 in the daylight. In the clear or overcast weather. Daylight's rain doesn't make any sense. It's a lot of water in this area. One thing that I have noticed, or wherever we are, there's somewhere to repair your vehicle. One thing I have noticed is that any computer truck has no physics. I noticed this some episodes ago. I think I might have mentioned it too, but none of them have any actual physics, which is annoying. Because sometimes you might follow them, thinking, oh yes, I can do that. No, you cannot. Just keeping a healthy distance this time from the lorry in front. I could get a little closer, but maybe 20% closer. But this is okay. Lovely roads around here. These are the sorts of roads that I prefer to drive around in ETS2. These are the sorts of roads I much prefer to drive around. And you know, one of the really strange things about driving in ETS2 is that, and in fact not just ETS2 but in general quite a few other titles, it's a weird junction, is that you very quickly start getting used to where the width of the lorry or the width of the car. Not perfectly, but you do start getting used to it. And it's pretty interesting, I would say. Right, 40 minutes in. I'm just thinking, should we... Let's go for about 5 more minutes and then I'll do a check to see where we are. Because of what the next episode might bring. I keep missing the gear. Okay, another place discovered. This is great. We haven't left Finland yet, I know that for certain. This is a good 125, okay, 124 miles. I think I know what I'm going to do. 124 kilometers, sorry. I will continue until we get to the next major city. I think that is what I'm going to try and do. Yes, I think that is the best option. It's -2 outside. Doesn't feel like it. Feels like a pleasant 15, 17. That's about the temperature in my room. I think it's about 17, 18 degrees in my room. Celsius, that is. For those of you who work in Fahrenheit, that would be, let me think, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, something like that. Just ease through these corners. Very gentle S-bend. Rally stage. If only this was a rally lorry. A very wide rally stage, but a rally stage nonetheless. What does that say? Wild animals. Beware wild animals. Do you think any wild animals? Why can I not speak anymore? Wild animals will be running across in front of us in ETS2. I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Not much else to say here. It's just a very nice, very nice place to drive through. Oop, there's an aircraft taking off. That's a larger aircraft. The shadows were lovely there. And since that is a larger aircraft, I'm going to say that we are almost at a large settlement, a large city, town, something. Or at least somewhere nearby. It could be an airport that is within a certain radius of said town, city. For example, Gatwick Airport in the UK is not in London. It's south of London, and the nearest town to it is Crawley. That is not that large. What other ones? East Midlands Airport is... I suppose Derby is fairly large. So, yeah, that one perhaps doesn't count. And the other airports... Oh, Stansted, yes. Stansted Airport's very large. Nearest town to that is... What is the nearest town to Stansted Airport? I'm trying to think about that. Let's brake pretty hard there. Right, time to make my way through this traffic. In fact, I think, are we looking to join a motorway here? I think we might be. That's worked really well for us. That has worked out really, really well. Great. Well, hopefully there is a service station coming up. I think there is. And I will stop at that service station and end this video. Although I suppose I could just continue. I could just end the video now and be on my way. And just continue. I guess I could do that instead of stopping at a service station. So that is what I will do. Yes, that is what I will do. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Euro Truck Simulator 2. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think, any suggestions you might have, any places you want me to go, and most importantly, any modded vehicles or trucks with lots of customizability that you wish me to purchase. That would be pretty good. Please and thank you. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon, link in the description box below, as are links to my social media and Discord server. That is all from me, and I shall see you next time in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Oh look, and there's a service station.